Welcome back. This is a space for those who don't just want to love but want to understand. Not just searching for a relationship, but seeking a true connection. We live in an age of fast texts, quick replies, and emotions that often get lost between emojis. But here's the truth. Sometimes a simple greeting can reveal more than entire conversations, especially when that greeting comes from a woman who might just like you more than she lets on. Today's topic might sound simple, how a woman greets you when she really likes you. But behind that hey, that look who's here's or that smile tucked into an eye contact is a subtle map of emotions that most people overlook. Have you ever had someone greet you in a way that stayed with you all day? Maybe you missed something. Maybe you're missing something right now. But today we pause to notice, to understand, and maybe, just maybe, to stop missing what matters, because the most important signals are often hidden in the smallest details. And once you learn how to spot them, relationships stop feeling like a guessing game. The goal of this video is clear: to help you recognize the nonverbal signs, the smile that lingers, the unexpected greeting, the gaze that says more than words, so you can step into connection not with confusion, but with confidence, not just understanding others, but understanding yourself in the process. There are some smiles that don't need sound nor words. They stop you in your tracks because something deeper is being said. When a woman truly likes you, you won't need to ask. You'll see it. In the smile she saves just for you. Not the polite kind. Not the hey, how are you kind. I'm talking about the kind of smile that lights up her entire face. Her cheeks rise, her eyes crinkle slightly, and there's a glow, like she's just seen something or someone she's been waiting for. Psychologists call it a Duchenne smile, the kind you can't fake. It doesn't come from habit. It comes from feeling. That smile is a slip, a beautiful one. It happens before the brain can say, play it cool. Here's the catch. She may smile at others too. But the question is, does she smile at you differently? Does it last longer, feel warmer, glow brighter? If you're getting what feels like a custom version of her smile, you're not imagining it. That's her heart speaking before her mouth does. And if you've ever been greeted with a smile like that, you know exactly what I mean. It's not a hello, it's a confession, wrapped in light. Because sometimes the most honest feelings don't speak. They simply show up in a smile meant for you and no one else. Some touches are so subtle you barely notice them, but your heart always does. A soft brush of her hand when she laughs, a playful pat on your shoulder when you tease her, or a hug that lingers just a moment longer than it needs to. If you've experienced these moments, understand this. Her body is saying what her words haven't yet. I feel safe around you. I feel drawn to you. Physical touch, even the slightest, is a deeply instinctual language. When a woman is truly into you, she'll find little coincidences to close the physical gap. But the truth is, those moments aren't random at all. Biologically speaking, every gentle touch releases oxytocin, the bonding hormone. It builds trust, warmth, even attraction. So if she's touching you during moments of laughter, storytelling, or emphasis, it's not just casual. It's intentional closeness. Here's the key question. Does she do that with everyone, or are you the only one she accidentally touches more often? If it's just you, then chances are you've entered an emotional space she doesn't. Share with everyone, because sometimes the biggest feelings are revealed through the smallest touch. There's a form of silent communication we use every day, yet we rarely hold it long enough to truly feel it. Eye contact. When a woman truly likes you, she doesn't need to say a word. If you pay close attention, you'll realize everything she's trying to hide is already written in the way she looks at you. Sometimes it's a soft gaze, like she genuinely wants to hear what you have to say. Sometimes it's intense, like she's trying to read between your words and see who you really are. And then there's something more subtle. If her eyes move from one of yours to the other, and then down to your lips, that's not random. That's the triangle gaze, a small but powerful body language cue that often signals deep attraction. But the real sign is in the duration. Does she look at you longer than she looks at others? Does she hold your gaze even after the conversation goes quiet? If the answer is yes, then you're not just in her sight, you're in her thoughts. because eye contact is where emotions pass freely, without needing words to carry them. And in a world where people talk too much, someone who looks at you long enough might just be the one worth looking back at. Have you ever been greeted with a line that made you smile instantly? Not the usual hey or hi, but something like, "Well, look who it is again. Didn't expect to see you here." Or maybe even a playful nickname, like Mr. Late, Troublemaker, or Captain Chaos. Sounds casual, right? But here's the truth, that greeting isn't random. It's the beginning of something more personal. When a woman likes you, she'll often send you a coded message through how she says hello. A playful, unique greeting becomes her way of creating a private world between the two of you. She doesn't have to say, "I like you." She just needs to make you laugh in a way no one else can. Inside that little joke is a spark of affection, comfort, and intention. Here's what to watch for. If she greets you like this consistently, like a little running joke between you two, it's not a coincidence. It's her way of moving closer, subtly, intentionally, and warmly. Because sometimes the way someone enters your heart is just a light-hearted line, repeated with a gaze she doesn't give to anyone else. There's a kind of emotion that doesn't come through words. It doesn't even arrive with a smile. It shows up in a woman's sudden awkwardness when she's usually confident, calm, and composed, yet stumbles a little, just because you stepped closer. You'll notice it. She stammers a bit, laughs more than usual, says something silly, plays with her fingers or hair, anything to keep her hands busy. And when your eyes meet hers for just a moment too long, she blushes, looks down, and gives a nervous chuckle. You might think she's just being shy. But here's the truth. That nervousness is not weakness. It's a sign that you are not just another guy in the room. Because if she's totally composed with everyone else, but only loses her cool with you, it's telling you something real. Her emotions are slipping through before her words even show up. People only get nervous when they care about how they're perceived. That awkwardness, it says, "I want to make a good impression. I don't want to mess this up." And the part that reveals even more is what she does after. She'll smile to cover the nerves. She'll steal a glance at you to see, "Did you notice?" That's not just charm. That's vulnerability. And when someone lets you see their unguarded side, that's often where the truest connection begins, because sometimes the most honest feelings are found in the most imperfect moments. So we've reached the end of this quiet but powerful journey, through 5 subtle signs that might mean a woman is genuinely drawn to you, a warm, honest smile that lights up her entire face. A soft, almost accidental touch that feels anything but random, a gaze that lingers longer than necessary, a playful, unique greeting only meant for you, and those beautiful, awkward moments where her emotions show up before she's ready. These aren't loud signals. They won't shout. But if you pay close attention, you'll realize real feelings are never truly silent. They just arrive, more softly than words. And here's the most important reminder. Don't overanalyze. You don't need to be a mind reader to recognize connection. You just need to be present, with awareness, with sincerity, and with your own energy in return, because often it's your genuine reaction that gives the relationship room to grow. Now I want to hear from you. Which of these signs have you seen before? Have you ever missed a meaningful glance or remembered a playful greeting long after? Drop it in the comments. Tell your story, because maybe, just maybe, someone else out there needs to hear it to make sense of their own. If this video brought you value, don't forget to like, subscribe, and join the Old Stoic community, where we grow by understanding long before trying to impress.